Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another contest entry video. Um, yeah, hopefully this one works out. This is the fourth time I'm actually trying to make this video and actually upload it. I don't know why, but YouTube's lately been being a complete bitch on letting me upload videos. Earlier today, I tried to do a review for Mystic River, and it didn't accept it, so I need to redo that one. So expect that video later this week, if possible. But onto this contest. Sorry for my little rant, but back to the actual topic of this video. So Chris Holden, he's an incredible YouTuber. He's a comic book collector. He has a pretty great he has some pretty great comic books within his collection. So he's finally gotten 15. I mean not 15, 50 subscribers, and he's only been in the YouTube community for about 6 months, 6 months, give or take a few. So yeah, basically asked 7 questions. I'm gonna be completely honest. The first 3 questions, I don't really feel comfortable answering them. The first one, kind of, cause it's basically in my channel. But number 2 and number 3, I really don't feel comfortable actually saying them. Actually, no, I'm probably just gonna skip number 2 because that one I really don't feel comfortable actually saying it. But 1 and 3, then 4, 5, 6, and 7, I probably will do. Mostly because number 3 is pretty self-explanatory. So yeah. So number 1, what's my name? Daniel Mart. That's literally my name. So yeah, number 2, I'm gonna skip. I'm sorry, man. I'm just not gonna answer that question. On unless you pick me. So sorry about that to disappoint you, but I don't want to answer number 2. It's too personal. So yeah. Number 3, what do I do for a living? I'm a student. So yeah. Um, Number 4, what comic book run are you aiming to complete realistically? Basically what he's meaning, like, which comic book run do you want to complete that's basically realistic, because I know there's some people who are trying to complete the Amazing Spider-Man, which are like 700 issues plus Amazing Fantasy 15, plus all the point whatevers. That's at least 750 ish comics. So I kind of understand where he's coming from. But for me, I want to complete The Walking Dead. Right now it's at issue 128, and granted it is an ongoing series, so who knows how long that's actually gonna take. But I am subscribed to the series, so I am gonna be at so as of 120, I think it was like 125, 124. I started picking up the issue regularly, and well, at the time it was a bi-weekly because of the event, the All Out War, but usually it's a monthly basis. So yeah, but I do have some of the older comics. I know I have issue 50, I have issue 100, 103, I believe. I think I also have 105, I think, but whatever. So I am trying to complete some of that whole run. I think the only problem with that run is that it's an ongoing series, so who knows how long that's gonna take. I mean, it could take 2 years, it could take 5 years, it could take 10 years. But I am subscribed to the actual series, so at least I'll have at least a good portion of the series by the time I'm done with by the time the series is actually done. And I think the most difficult issue in that whole series will have to be Walking Dead number 1. So yeah, next up is, who has been your favorite cast actor in a superhero movie? For me, it has to be Heath Ledger as Joker. Pretty self-explanatory. He did an incredible job portraying the Joker. I mean, Jack Nicholson, he also did a pretty great job in portraying the Joker, but I think Heath Ledger just stepped it up, and he did a pretty great job. Um, that's for DC. For Marvel, I may have to go with Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine. I mean, granted, he's not a perfect choice, at least not at the time he was first cast. But over the time of all the X-Men movies and even the 2 Wolverine movies and however other X-Men spin-offs and X-Men movies we have in the future, you can still see him involved. And I still say he's a pretty, he's done pretty well as the Wolverine. I mean, granted, he does have these moments where it's but for the most part, he's done a pretty great job as portraying the Wolverine. So yeah. Second up, Number 6 is who has been your worst cast actor in a superhero movie. For me, George Clooney. That one's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, other ones I could think of is Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, George Clooney for Batman, Batman and Robin. Same thing with Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger and let me rephrase that. Okay, Batman and Robin had Arnold Schwarzenegger and George Clooney portraying Mr. Freeze and Batman respectively, which were both terrible casts. Other choices I'd go with would be Val Kilmor for portraying Batman in Batman Forever, and Halle Berry as Catwoman in Catwoman, which is another DC film. And for Marvel, on Marvel's side, that one's kind of hard because I mean, for the most part, Marvel, does it good. They actually get the right people for their roles, but maybe Chris Evans for Human Torch and during the Fantastic Four franchise. I mean, that one was kind of an iffy choice. He wasn't the best choice, but he wasn't the worst choice. So if I have to go for Marvel, I'd choose Chris Evans for the Human Torch in the two Fantastic Four movies. So yeah. Lastly, which actor would you like to play a superhero character and why? I go with either Chadwick Boseman or Chad Boseman. I forget how you say his name. Chadwick Boseman, whatever. Or Forrest Whitaker as Black Panther. Because I think they're both incredible actors. I believe one of them won an Oscar recently, or some kind of award recently, and this past Oscar season. May be wrong, but I'm almost positive. Or at least somewhere in the last 3 years. But whatever, off topic. They're both incredible actors, and Black Panther, he is eventually gonna have to get his own movie with the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe kind of coming in. So I could see him as a realistic choice in my opinion. Now on the DC side, I mean that one's. I really want to see Robin or Nightwing or some kind of variation in DC, but who could actually portray Robin? I mean, I go with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but right now he's Sandman in the upcoming Sandman movie, so he's kind of out of the question. So who else could actually portray a realistic Robin or Nightwing? I mean, that one depends. How old are you talking about? Talking about Robin at like 10 years old or Nightwing when he's like 25? I'm just gonna go with Nightwing and say maybe Miles Teller. He's kind of an iffy choice. I mean, he has the looks, and he's got the acting chops, but I don't see him actually portraying a dark Nightwing because DC, they try to make their movies darker, which usually works out. And Nightwing or Robin, however you want to call him, he's a decently dark character. He's not too dark like Batman, but he's not too light like Superman. He's like right there in the middle, So yeah, I think Miles Teller could do at least a fairly decent job portraying well, maybe Robin, Nightwing, Robin, depending how old you're talking about. So yeah, that's basically it for all the questions. I'm not gonna answer number 2, man. I'm sorry, just too personal. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. So yeah, usually I have done a few other contest videos in the past. I actually have a small playlist on that. So yeah, I know a few people are asking me when I'm gonna do my own subscriber contest, and that's when once I hit 250 subscribers, which God knows when that's gonna happen. So yeah. But besides saying subscribe if you're not already subscribed, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, comic book reviews, comic book hauls, movie hauls, and yeah. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on Chris Holden. Have you seen him? And if not, why not? Again, there's a link down for his channel and a link down for the 50 subs video. So check those two out down in the description below. And yeah, comment down below on your thoughts on Chris Holden. Have you seen him? Again, what are your thoughts on him? I think he's a pretty cool dude, but that that second question though, kind of iffy. So um, yeah, like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, and MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer, and that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.